your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. A young Grand Bahama man making an investment of a lifetime. For years, he has been working to establish a presence in the broadcast industry, and today he has made it a reality. For him, it is a story of determination and love and music. Jay Philippe picks up the story.
He goes by the name DJ Money Like Dirt. The veteran and well-known DJ and entertainer has taken his love for music up a notch. He has launched his very own radio station in Grand Bahama, 102.7 FM, The Rhythm.
My passion was always media, you understand me? And I take the queen off the money. So what that tells you, when it comes down to promotion and social media, that's my passion. I always had a drive for that.
MLB Productions is the name of his brand. The new radio station is centralized in the city of Freeport area.
This area here is a high ground, and no water was in this area, and it's also family, so you feel right at home finding this location, and it's more or less out of the way, but it's still in the way, you know, that kind of way. It's still in the area where the central business district is easy to be reached.
The station is already attracting a specific demographic since opening its doors less than 2 months ago.
People loving it, and I have yet to done any promotion, just word of mouth and just my character. You know, people know me over the years playing music. I think that's the little edge that I have on everybody else.
Now the radio station plays old school music, R&B, Caribbean and Bahamian culture, and even gospel music. According to DJ Money Like Dirt, there's no rap nor hip-hop music. DJ Money adds that the new radio station has been attracting new followers by the day.
I still am not at 100% because still having a little few technical difficulties with signal-wise, you know, but through the grace of God, I mean, eventually everything can smooth out the way I want it, because, I mean, just time. It's just a matter of time. I know I ain't gonna stop, you know, until I get it right where I want it to be, I ain't no stopping.
The DJ says he's happy to be able to provide employment opportunities at the Rhythm Station in Freeport.
I think I got like 5 employees right now, looking to grow to double that number as business grows. You know, but this, I ain't scared of the economy, because I always tell them the money right here. It ain't in heaven and it ain't in hell. You just gotta find ways to get the money. So that's what my goal is right now, trying to find ways to get the money.
DJ Money Like Dirt says he has major plans for 102 FM and says that 102 is here to stay. I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Network News.
It's an annual spiritual conference that is geared towards bringing hope to residents on Grand Bahama. The School of the Prophetic Ministry is preparing to hold the Gathering Prophetic Release Conference beginning tonight through Friday, the 21st at the church in Hawksbill. Host Pastor Prophet Frank Hagan says the gathering is significant as this island grapples with economic woes compounded by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Issues, but I was reminded that he said the stone that the builders rejected has now become the chief cornerstone. So we're looking for the airport to certainly be restored, some of these dilapidated buildings to be imploded. We're looking for the hotels God's going to open up, 5-star hotels, restaurants, etc. All those things he promised me some years ago when I first came into ministry in 1989. And so we were delighted to invite all of Grand Bahama out and to come and just see some of these great things and hear some of these great things. The COVID that came out with the Delta and Omicron strain, it divided a lot of churches. There are some people that didn't have church services, people are afraid to come to church. But he told us in Matthew chapter 10 and Luke chapter 9, he gave us the apostles' power of all sicknesses and diseases. And so God hasn't changed, he's still strong.
Conference host and guest speaker Apostle Christopher Russell of Christian Tabernacle Church in New Providence says his mission is to remind the people of Grand Bahama of God's promises to this island.
Everything that God had promised this island and what he's going to do for this island, I want the people to know that every plan of God is still active. And sometimes the enemy uses situations and circumstances and cause the people to begin to doubt God. But when God made the promise, he was totally aware of the coronavirus. He was totally aware that it was there. He was totally aware that it was coming. And he gone ahead and make the promise anyhow, which means then that the coronavirus has nothing to do with the promise that God made for Grand Bahama. And so I'm here as a reminder to the people, to the church, to the people, God's mind has not been changed as it relates to what he intends to do for this island.
Now, Thursday night and Friday's midday session will focus on healing. Friday night service will focus on prayer. Once again, the gathering will be held at the School of the Prophetic Ministry in Hawksville tonight through Friday, January 21st at 7:30 p.m. nightly, with day sessions on Thursday and Friday at 12 noon. That's a look at stories making news. Here's a check on what's happening in sports with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to Sports. I know it is the middle of the week, but we have a whole lot of sports updates and results that has been coming in. Let's start this one with high school basketball. The Sunland Stingers took both its junior and senior boys basketball teams to Orlando over the break for a few tournaments. Coach Marco Cooper tells us that both teams played well for the most part.
First tournament we got runners up. Second tournament we competed. Overall it was a pretty good experience for those guys. We got a chance to visit Polk State College, which was remarkable for them. They had a chance to tour the campus and experience the day-to-day life of an athlete. So it was a pretty good experience overall.
Cooper adds that it was a major sacrifice by the parents to prepare the players for travel, but overall the teams made the best out of it while playing against some stiff competition.
In the space of 2 weeks, we ended up playing 24 games, and that was a combination between our junior boys and our senior boys. The last time we played that amount of games was probably 3 years ago, and so to have that experience and that exposure in 2 weeks, I thought it was remarkable.
While in Orlando, the players got an experience of a lifetime.
Well, the highlight of the trip was they got a chance to watch an NBA game, the Orlando Magics and Milwaukee Bucks. It was a good experience for them to see professional athletes and get a chance to see the pace of the game and how it's done.
From the court now to the track, freshman sprinter Lachey Smith competed in the women's 60-meter hurdles for Cowley College at the Washburn-Russ Buster track meet this past week. Running out of lane 6 with the orange top, Smith finished in second place overall with a time of 10.04 seconds. In the NBA tonight, 13 games on schedule, including Buddy Hield and the Sacramento Kings in action. The King will be hosting the Detroit Pistons at home in a late one. Now the Kings are coming off a loss in their last outing, 118-112 against the Houston Rockets. And finally in sports, Chavez Young and his Mayagüez baseball team will be on the diamond tomorrow for Game 3 of the Puerto Rican Baseball Winter League Championship Series. That series is currently tied at 1 game apiece. That's a quick check on sports. That's all I have for you. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.